Y'all, what is going on, YT? It's your girl, Josie. Y'all, I'm back for another video straight in a row. If you didn't watch my previous live where I gave my insight basically about what's going on with my jazz life, I was telling y'all how I met someone earlier this week. Yes, y'all know I'm single, okay? Mingling. And this gentleman took me out on a date. We went and had a very nice movie, Lord, very nice dinner. I'm gonna get to why I said a movie in a second. We went and had a very nice dinner, and then we went to Hannah Stone. If you don't know what Hannah Stone is, it's the spa massage parlor. And y'all, we had a couples massage, and it was so good. And honey, I came home, took me a nice smoothing shower, put on some body butter, put on one of my favorite perfumes, on some PJs, and thought I was taking a nap. And baby woke up and it's late night, early morning. And so I was like, well, let me get on YouTube and do like a movie night. So that's where the word, that's how movie slipped out my mouth just now. I was like, let me do a little movie night with my peeps and honey. Try to do a movie night. And I saw there was three of us watching it. And then all of a sudden that live got flagged, which is so funny to me because it was Mall Cop, and I had already did my research about like which movies that you can like review and stuff like that on your lives, and Mall Cop was one of them. Because and it's also free, like you can watch it on YouTube, y'all, with ads. It's free with ads, but yeah, for some reason that got copyrighted and got suspended. So I was like, you know what? Let me just and talk about, go ahead and do the live and talk about my jazz life and get it over with. And now I'm about to go ahead and talk about Live Life. Child, I did not want to do these lives. I really didn't. I really, really didn't. But child, here we go. We're going to do them anyway. Here we go. So, Liverpool is saying that Gerard has petitioned the court, this is her words, to get her off of probation, make her go to jail. Because he's not over her yet, still in love with her and mad and all the time. Livy Pooh. And this video may be the shortest reaction video. I'm not gonna pull up no vlogs. I'm not gonna pull up her live. I'm not pulling up none of that. Just like I did with my jazz life, I just gave my opinion without looking at her vlogs and her live. I just gave her my opinion, my thoughts. So to me, it just don't make no sense to do all of that. Live it, poop. Do the same thing with you. I'm not pulling up none of her vlogs or live, nothing, because it makes no sense to do that. I mean, you can clearly go on her channel and see. But Liv, you claim you ain't got no money, but baby, you been going to everybody's concert but Chris Brown and Missy Elliott's. You've been going to all the concerts, okay? You've been buying all the stuff, like everything, but you don't got $20 to put on your child support. Maybe that's why you getting summons. Maybe you getting summons back into the court because your probation officer is watching you. And see, Liv, you have to be careful. Once you on probation, once the law is in your life and you're a content creator or any type of mm, you do anything that's in the public eye, you have to be careful what you throw out there because you never know who's watching you. You never know who's watching you. So yes, I mean it could have been Gerard. It could be your probation officer. It could be one of your fans that don't like you. You never know. One thing about it, in the words of Quanta and what I used to say all the time, one thing about it, one thing, two things for sure. One thing about it, two things for sure. It wasn't me, child. Okay? It wasn't me. But you just never know. You never know. It could have been one of your haters. It could have been Gerard. It could have been your probation officer, or it could have been one of your other personalities making up a storyline. I'm just saying. But if it is true, sis, I get where she coming from, how she feel, how she don't want to give Gerard no money. Liv is still hurt. And she let it slip out actually. If you watch her live where she was talking about it, she loves Gerard. She will forever love Gerard. Even though she cheated on Gerard and Gerard is cheating on her, and even though Gerard has now divorced her, moved on with his life and has remarried and all that type of stuff, which is so funny to me because why Gerard, I'm mad at you because we ain't seen no wedding pictures, we ain't seen no marriage certificates or nothing. As much as we have supported you and Tanisha, can we at least get a wedding picture? Okay. No tea, no shade, no pink lemonade. But at least a wedding picture. We don't got to see the marriage certificate, but at least a wedding picture. Okay, sir. Okay. But anyway, yeah, I just thought about that. It made me mad. But Liv, what's really going on? Is this the story that you done made up, sis? Because you came on live and was trying to target Gerard, but he was at the concert, at the Missy Elliott concert, talk about he didn't come get the kids and all that type of stuff, and you wanted him to come to your house to get the kids. Chat. I think that was already planned for her to have the kids. Um, then you went out there, Jazz. Jazz respond. Her video was like 30 minutes, like right at 30 minutes or right past 30 minutes. But it didn't give the attention you thought it was going to give. So now you came up with this you're going to jail video. And so I'm like, okay, is it really true? And if it is true, is it really Gerard? Is it really like what's really going on? But at the end of the day, I understand why you have some type of mm, trying to find a word for this. I understand why you don't want to give money to Gerard because you still have love for him. And as much as you hate this man, as much as you show how much you hate this man, even though you try to come on here at times and act like you don't hate him and all this type of stuff, child, it shows. It shows in your body language. It shows. And the amount of hate that you have for him is double the amount of love that you still have for him. And I get it. It's hard to want to give money to somebody that you was once in love with, once married to, but it's not like you were the perfect wife, honey. Let's get it. I mean, do we have to remind you that you did cheat on this man? What, a month? Less than 2 months for sure. After y'all got married, Maurice. Do we have to remind you about Maurice, the Houston trip? Maurice. Okay. So it wasn't like you was the perfect wife. Okay, so let's just get that straight. But he leaves you and goes back to the woman that he was with during the time frame that y'all had actually broke up. Now, was he still messing with this woman when y'all had got back together? Because y'all know that Liv Life and Gerard has always been like off and on. Well, not like yeah, they've had a off and on periods. And apparently Gerard said that him and Anthony met when him and Liv was on a break. So now was Gerard still talking to this woman during the time frame that Gerard and Liv was back together? I'm sure. I'm sure. I mean, it makes sense they kept in touch, I'm sure. And when he left Florida for good and came back to Texas to Dallas, it wasn't that long afterwards that we actually saw Anthony for the first time. So I'm sure. I'm sure. So I get that she has this anger that this man that she's had 3 children with, married, he left her, came back to Dallas. She came to Dallas to try to get him. It didn't work. She tried so many attempts to try to get him back. It didn't work. Child, he was over it. Once you slept with Maurice and you was supposed to be his wife, he was over it. I remember I went back and I watched Liv's wedding video. And if y'all pay attention to the toast they gave each other once they were in the hotel room after the wedding, the toast that Gerard basically was given to Liv was like, let's toast to new love, new beginnings. Let's toast to growth and us doing this right doing this right. We're gonna do this right this time. We back together, we're gonna do this right this time. That's the type of toast that he gave. So for you to go off and do what you did with Maurice, child, that was a wrap. It's one thing being his girlfriend and cheating. It's one thing being his baby mama and cheating, but being his wife and cheating, he just couldn't take that. He just couldn't take that, sis. Even if he was doing his dirt too, he could not take that. And even if he was doing his dirt after y'all said I do, 2 wrongs don't make a right. You should have kept your plate clean. Okay? But I get it. This man moved on with the woman that he was with during y'all breakup, whatever. And so it makes you feel some type of way like, what is it about her? And you can't act like that don't go through your head. We all know that go through your head. What is it about her? Well, Liv, if you really do your research about Gerard was once in love with you and he chased after you. So Gerard is one of those men that when he's into someone, he sticks with them. He sticks with them. If he, and that's regardless if he cheats or what, he sticks with them unless they really do something that devastate and hurt him. And he may be that type of dude where cheating is like, like you can't cheat on. You know how they say some men can't handle being cheated on? He could be one of those type of dudes. But Liv, at one point, he was in love with you. At one point, he liked you. At one point, he loved you. And he chased after you. Okay. And now he was in love with Antonisha. He liked Antonisha. So it wasn't a thing for him to come back to Dallas and be like, you know what? Her. I'm going back to her. He's just one of those dudes. And there's some dudes out there that's like that. Like they do, even though they got they pick of the litter, they're very picky. And once they got their eye on somebody, it's that person until that person mess up. And then it's this person until that person mess up. Even if they have some candy on the side. That's their focus. So what I'm trying to say is that once you was once his focus. He once chased after you. Even though you left him, he came to you. So even though he broke with Antonisha, broke her heart, married you, once you did what you did with Maurice, he went back to Antonisha. So it doesn't surprise me because it was plenty of times he came chasing after you. But since you're gonna have to get a grip of that, you're gonna have to get a grip of that. And she doesn't want to give money because of that. She doesn't want to give money for one, how he left. Now, was Gerard wrong how he left and just up and left her in the rental home, the rent to own house? Child, yes, that was Mrs. I don't know what. I think he had told her he was going to the store, something like that. Child, he went to the 7-Eleven here in Dallas. Child, I think it was something like that. From what allegedly, that's what she said. And Gerard has never really came out and said if he told her he was leaving. I don't know if he did. I must have didn't really catch it or I misheard it. But yeah. So we're gonna have to revisit that statement. But yes, I do get that she don't want to give money to the person that hurt her heart. That's also with this woman that she feels he cheated on her with. That now has full custody of her children. I don't care. At the end of the day, if you're supposed to be giving this man child support to take care of your children, give this man his money. Then you want to act like when you had the children, you were taking care of the children all by yourself and doing it on your own. Baby, no, you wasn't. Gerard was paying child support. Plus, you had your mama. Plus, you had your stepfather. Plus, you child. No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. Child, you was over there living la vida loca, okay? Zolo, let that be known. And everybody can try to say what they want to say about Zolo and his criminal record and all the type of stuff, which is the past. And I hope that he has grew from that situation. And we really don't know the ins and out about that because personally, I know someone that has the same past as Zolo, and the person that was involved and tell my friend their real age. So things like that can happen. It really, really can. So I'm not sure if that same thing happened with Zolo. But one thing I can say about Zolo, and people can say everything they want to say about Zolo. Yeah, Zolo smoked weed, but Zolo was trying to get Liv off of cocaine. And how do I know this? Oops, I mean Cocalina. How do I know this? If you go back and you look at the lot that Zolo did the last day that he went over to Liv's house when Liv had called him over there and she was high off of that stuff or whatever going through. He said, see, this is why I've been telling you. Or he said something like, this is why I've been trying to get you, or this is why I've been telling you to stop snorting, or or stop doing cocaine. He either said snorting or stop doing cocaine. He said it something like that. And she got so upset. It wasn't so upset because she knew he was recording. It was upset because of what he said. Zolo had been trying to get that girl off of it. Off of it. Zolo knew that he was in hot trouble. Now, I do feel like when he first met Liv, he felt like, okay, cool. This is a cool, chick to be with or whatever. And then once he got into the house with her and they start arguing, child, the way he ran back to that halfway house, Zolo already knew, like, nah, 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 no. Zolo already knew Liv wasn't about nothing, that Liv is a user. That's why I feel like a lot of people feel like he treated the children wrong. I don't think he treated the children wrong. I feel like he set a boundary when it came to the children, which is what he should have did, especially by two of her children being females, girls. He set a boundary, and he didn't want Liv to get used to the fact that he was the other babysitter because she already had her mama as the babysitter. But Zolo didn't want Liv to get in her head that she can stay up all night, party all night, do a little cocalina, and she got her mama and Zolo. I feel like he set a boundary. I felt like him meeting Donna and all of that was a strategy plan. That was his exit plan. I felt like Zolo wanted to get out of Florida anyway, because I remember him hitting around moving to Georgia, wanted to go to Georgia. And then all of a sudden, Livy, if you go back to that time period when they were together, Livy was talking about moving to Georgia as well. So I remember that. So Zolo meeting Donna, and then by Donna being out of Florida, it was like the perfect storm for Zolo. And he took it and he ran with it. And I don't give a damn what nobody say. Zolo is living life. Now, is he mistreating Donna or cheating on Donna? I don't know. That's their business. But if you go to his channel, baby, he's looking healthier. He ain't missing no meals. Bruh is working. Okay. So with that being said, back to Liv. Child, it's rumored that your channel is in your mama's name. You claim you don't get money from YouTube, so you start door dashing. Then you quit door dashing. You got on with Amazon Flex. Child, you ain't been door dashing Amazon Flex for nothing, and you claim you do anything for your children. You, child, that didn't last us but 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes. Okay, Liv, pay your child support. Pay it. Pay your child support, Liv. That don't make no sense. I get that you don't want to hand Gerard and Anthony your money. That's the way you look at it. Baby, you're going to have to get over it and stop looking at it that way. And look at it as that you're handing money over to your children. Okay? Because Liv, child, if you do go to jail because of this, I really would hate that. I would hate that for Liv. I really would hate that for Liv. Um, down at the good old Lou, I don't know how she gonna get through the Lou for 6 months. Lou Steric, that's the jail here in Dallas. I don't know how she's gonna get through the good old Lou once word get around the Lou that you're in there because you didn't pay your child support, especially with that mouthpiece she got. Yeah, them girls up in there don't play when it comes to children because they're away from their children. And here you are, not even giving a damn about your children. So I don't know how you're gonna be able to survive up in the loop with that mouthpiece, Liv. I really don't. So my advice is definitely pay your child support. Pay your child support, Liv. Pay it, sis. Payment plan. Yeah. Calling Gerard up and crying to him. Child, please. Like somebody said in your live, tell the judge, and you got so mad, you were like, no, I'm telling y'all. And if you don't like it, click off the line. No, tell the judge. Tell the judge. Liv is so it's crazy to me, Liv. It's crazy to me. It really, really is. It's crazy to me. And it's like you're never gonna learn, sis, until it's too late. And in the way that you use your mama, and in the way your mom allows herself to be used, the way your mama is allowing herself to look the way I don't like talk about people mamas because I don't like nobody talking about mine. But Stella ain't no better. And that's all I'm gonna say. But Liv, what's gonna happen if one day something happens to your mom? Let's say she gets sick. Let's say her husband gets sick. Let's say your sister gets sick, or anything can happen to where your mom has to leave you for whatever amount of time. I don't want to do the say the other thing, her mom passed away. I don't wish nothing. Let me knock on wood. You know, where's the wood? I don't wish that on nobody. But what would happen if an emergency pop up and your mom gotta go? How will you survive, Liv? How will you survive? Like I tell all my friends that's in a situationship, married or whatever, you should always have enough money in your account to where if anything happens to you, that you are straight, not just for 3 months, but for 6 months, half a year. I mean, straight. You should be so good that at least for 6 months, if something was to happen, you're able to still pay your mortgage, your rent, your insurance, your car notes. If you're still doing car notes, your groceries or no, your pantries, you should be set yourself up. And it takes discipline to do that. I've done it. I did a 3 month thing. Then I said, you know what? Let me see if I can save up to where I'll be okay for 6 months. I did that. Then I said, let me see if I could do something where, I mean, just let me see if I could discipline myself to where if something was to happen, I'll be good for a year. And guess what? I just accomplished that. So it can happen. It can happen. And it can happen even if you're living paycheck to paycheck. And how you make that happen, you start cutting things off. If that means stop getting your nails done, if that means stop going out to eat, if that means stop doing little stuff. And over time, your money will stack up. Liv, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do if something happens and you're in that house all alone by yourself? Well, that pot means. What are you gonna do? And then what's gonna really happen if you do be by yourself, wind up having to have to be by yourself, and you wind up going to jail? Where is AJ and Kaylani gonna go? Where are they gonna go? Like, are you not thinking about what can happen outside of you? You're not. Like, where are they gonna go? And Joey give me the man that you done met on POF that's still locked up, girl. He do. He gives me that. He's locked up. He about to get released soon. He do. But apparently she done met somebody in her apartment complex, child. And she been hanging out with. I don't know. But it's just, yeah, yeah. Pay your child support, Liv. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. I'm about to go and watch Mall Cop. That's what we was watching. I'm about to go watch Mall Cop and enjoy the rest of my late night, early morning, and then see what goodness and blessings gonna happen once the sun rises and all that good stuff. Y'all remember to treat people kindly, because you never know what they are going through. Bye.